National Park Service is generally the agency that is the lead government agency in dealing with national historic sites in the United States. The Park Service, being a bureaucracy, has a division of history headed by the chief historian. They have a division of archaeology headed by an archaeologist. Now, when the Park Service is going to do a study of a new site or a site they have inherited that was already a site, they will do what is called a multidisciplinary approach. That will involve the historians, it will involve the archaeologists, and it will involve the historic architects. And that is to use all possible sources. Having both visited the site with Mike back in the fall a year ago, I'm familiar with the site.
You believe that the Nolan's group research was of a quality that would be far closer to being accepted.
It would be easily if it would go up through the chain of the bureaucracy and be approved. The Nolan group, which I had been given a copy of to report to read, and the information that SYDE had obtained to support their theory of where the location is. Now, in the National Park Service is generally the agency that is the lead government agency in dealing with national historic sites in the United States. Having experienced as chief historian of the Park Service, I know that you would never get a Park Service project approved if you had the weak evidence that SYDE has. So I do not think the Park Service would approve the battlefield interpretation as coming up out of SYDE. My belief is the archaeology done by the Nolan Group is equal of the best archaeology done by the National Park Service at their sites. The other one done by SYDE would be what we classify as done by potterers, which is a bad name in American interpretation. If I was a regional historian and read the reports, I would reject SYDE's because it would be evident of what we call potterers in the United States. General Pershing said his feet there on that 2-day period in 1918 was the greatest feat by any American soldier in WW1.
Well,
Alvin York is a folk hero. He came from the hills of Tennessee. He was a good Christian when they decide to do Sergeant York, the movies. York, Alvin York will say, I will pick the actor who's going to play me. Who's that actor? Gary Cooper. I hate to go throwing names around, but I knew Gary Cooper and saw him in the movies after he played Sergeant York and Lou Gehrig, and rode a plane with him up in New Guinea, from Dobedeo Airport to Dunview. And I was able to chat with him for several hours. And it was good to talk to a fellow Montanan.